Yo, it's your boy P-Cam. So good story, man. The famous streamer Ishowspeed that all the youngins be watching all the time came back to Detroit to meet his secret sister that his dad never told him about. But here go the clip of that. You're going to see a still screen because of the copyright, but bear with me shortly because the words are important.
Uh-oh.
What's going on? Uh-oh.
Hey.
How you been?
Is that my dad's secret sister?
Secret sister?
I mean, secret daughter?
I can't believe it's you. Oh my gosh.
My dad never told me that I had a...
Auntie.
That's crazy.
My dad never told me about you.
Here I am in the flesh and blood.
Well, it's nice to meet you, sister.
Nice to meet you, bro. He like, oh no. Answer these questions right now.
So if she's 21, I'm 20. That was a year right before me.
Right. I may have done something wrong, man. Because your mama should be mad at me. Because we was married, too.
Oh, my God. I can't believe this, bro.
Yeah, we got married in 2002, 2. You got here in 05. She got here in 04. I think I done told her myself. She wasn't supposed to find us, man.
How'd you find her, though?
Right.
Like, how'd you find?
What do you mean how to find?
How did you find us?
I don't
Wait,
know.
us?
I'm like a...
No, I know. No,
You.
No, I know.
So, you know.
No.
Oh, you said it right. How did you find us? I mean him. How'd you find you? What I was trying to say. Papa's been ducking her mama, and child support all her life. I've changed my number 3-4 times trying to get away from y'all. But anyway, son, now that we are rich, have found each other, we can all be together. That's what we can all be together. You know what I was trying to say. Don't be like that, okay? But I'm just saying, you got that paper now. You can tighten pops up. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, I birthed you now, okay? I don't need it all, but break me off a piece for sure. Break me off a piece. Let me get a piece, huh? And your sister too. And your sister too. Her too. As soon as you break me off, I'm changing my number again on you too. I don't really like you like that. I don't know Daddy just playing. Daddy just playing, okay?
She found you.
You know, I don't know. Y'all just came about. I don't know.
Do you bark? Oh, yeah. That's the sister. That's the sister right there. This sis right here, for real, chat. Oh, yeah, this the real one. Dad, you gotta tell me this, man.
I didn't even know, bro.
You be what? Nah, come on.
Look at Speed, they want to hear that part. Oh, yeah, you cheating on my mama, man. But look, hey, I'm going to just say this. It was a type of family union vibe. It was love. It was beautiful to see them, the brother and sister meet and them, they family to be able to kick it. It was beautiful to see that it was in Detroit too, you know what I'm saying, in the D. But I would just say I'm glad that it ended like this, or it's a new beginning for them to go on and get to know each other, and it worked out that way. Because this could have very well been a Jerry Springer or Maury episode right off the rip. Look at that, just shut up, young punks looking at me probably. What is he talking about? I'm old, okay? I know y'all ain't remember them shows like that, but listen, it could have been on the type of tip like that. It's just ratchetness, you know what I'm saying? Where they could have met on their own, not knowing that they were brother and sister. He 21, she 20. They could have linked up and boom, and an incest baby could have been born out of that. Then where are we going with that? That's a whole nother bag of chips that you don't want to open. You know what I'm saying? But gladly it went like this. But it just says it's still chaos, man. Still us not doing what we're supposed to do. Because he like, man, I was wilding. I was wrong. I was out here tripping. Yeah, man, because you didn't have to get married, bro. Let's start there. If you want to just keep it playing and keep it how you want to do it, like pull the Nick Cannon, man. Just tell them up front, hey, this ain't what I'm doing, you know? If you want to be on the team, then you can be on the team. But I'm not getting married, and I'm going to spread this Johnny Appleseed as I see fit. What you want to do? You know what I'm saying? And as you can see, many chicks will do that. If you him for her. If you get what I'm saying? If you that guy for her, they'll go along with what you say. Most of them go along with it anyway. They know they're getting cheated on. They just deal with it. But I'm just saying, like, we got to be better than this, because why bring this relationship before God and say, this is the woman that I want. I'm serious, Lord. I want to marry her. This is what I want. Only to then get married and then get right back to cheating. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes we don't do it purposely, but it sounded like my man was on that tip. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like he was on that tip. He just it came out later. You know what I'm saying? He got caught up. Sounded like it might not have been the only one he was dibbling and dabbling with. I don't know. I'm just taking the educated guess, because this is how we operate. You know, we meant to slang and bang like this. You know what I'm saying? It's in our nature if you look through history. You know what I'm saying? Solomon had 400 wives and 300 concubines. One of them type of numbers like that. But what y'all don't remember about that story is that Solomon, them women was his downfall. You dig what I'm saying? Women was his downfall. And that's my baptismal name, Solomon, too. Oh my God. But listen, I'm just saying, like, because a lot of them spirits and stuff like that that's connected with these women that you are having relations with, they bringing stuff into your life that y'all ain't aligned. You might be aligned with God, but she on something else, and you don't know that because that $10 sundress, or what they had on back in the day, togas or something, I don't know. That 10 shekel toga that she was wearing threw you off. You know what I'm saying? You got to see what was up under there. You was open, but you ain't know she brought a whole witch spirit with her that's now on you. And it got you aligning with something different than where your focus need to be at. Because if we was really focused on God, which leads us, and then us, which allows us to be the leader that we need to be for our wife and our babies, then we wouldn't stray like this. But we understand stuff happens, you know what I'm saying? But we got to be held accountable when it ain't just happening. First of all, it don't just happen. It be a decision that we making now. But some things are harder for people. You know, some things are very hard to not be tempted by. But we can fight it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just put yourself in the right places, and it'll make it harder for you to be tempted. You know what I'm saying? Don't put yourself around women that tempt you. When you see that she tempts you in that $10 sundress, it's time to go home. You dig what I'm saying? But like I said, this situation is chaos. Yeah, the man was wrong, but the woman could have been wrong too. Like they both could have been wrong on some one night stand type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And just banged and not got in contact with each other after that, and just, hey, now you in the wind. Oh, now you, next thing you know, she pregnant. You know, maybe she had multiple dudes where she don't know which one she want to put the baby on. She any, mini, miny, mowing, and I'm gonna choose this dude with the better money. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know he the father over here, and we just ain't gonna say nothing. And then it come out later, or maybe she just couple dudes she didn't know. You know, you got to think early 2000s. Facebook wasn't. I think it was started in 04, 05. So it was just getting started. So it wasn't as readily easy to just get in contact with folk if you didn't already have a number or address or something like that. So maybe they just being irresponsible like that, or, you know, who knows? Or maybe they both knew what the situation was, you know, and trying to keep it quiet, because usually the side chick know, right? Because she got to be quiet during that call. Girl, you better shut up. You know, you want to keep getting me a couple dollars. Hey, what's up now? I caught it flat. Caught it flat. My man, you know, Cuzzo pulled up on me with Cuzzo. You know it. I can't even think his name right now. What's the name? With the kids. You know what I'm saying? But he pulled up on me. Then we had to go to AutoZone. They ain't had no jacks, right? They ain't had no jacks in there. Had to hit a couple AutoZone. End up going to Maury's. Shut up. They ain't had no, so we had to go to Maury O'Reilly's. They were just about to close, but I made it in there. No story short, I'm on the way. What you? You know I got you some of them wings you like from the what's the name over there. Yeah, you want a milkshake too? milkshake, you try to butter her up, whatever you can butter her up with because you're on your way. But usually the side chick, no. And then she make the choice not to tell your wife because you out here, right? You know what I'm saying? But then who suffers in the end? The baby. Because the baby got to go through all the, questioning where my daddy, this, that, and the other. Can I see him? I don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? The mama got to keep lying. I don't know who your daddy, or you can't see, or whatever lies that they telling. But long story short, the baby is coming up short because that trauma is going to last with her, and it's 9 times out of 10 going to teach her how to create another broken home because that father figure is not in the house. She going to be out here freaking and sneaking a lot earlier than she probably would because we know how the guidance of the single mother does, and not to hate on the single mother and say we don't appreciate y'all for y'all holding it down when y'all have to, but sometimes y'all hold it down unnecessarily and stiff arm men out of the situation purposely. Now you do have men that run away from the situation, right? But we do have a whole section of women that purposely push men out of kids' lives, right? And they keep the fathers at bay. We don't know what the situation is, but long story short, the child is going to suffer because you still need that male figure in that house for the betterment of the family. We've seen the stats about it. Children do better when they are in a family, in a household with a man and a woman. If it must be one parent, then they do better when it's just the father. I know y'all hate to hear that, mothers, but those are the stats. They do less well out of all of those choices when it's just the mother, which is why we see a lot of kids with the single motherdom and they act out. They get to an age where they start acting out and they get the clowning, you know what I'm saying? And then the mama finally contacted daddy like, come get him. We see Ricky Smiley bring this up in the last video with Brittany Renner and her baby daddy. Because by the time that baby gets 16 or 15, she ain't gonna be able to do nothing with him. Come get him. I can't do nothing with him, right? So this is the drama that we're passing on, fathers. I know it's kind of, we laugh about it. Families all over the place doing our thing. But when are we going to be some real friends and real family to each other and tell each other, like, go home, man. Go home, bro. Go to your wife. Like, we out here in the streets, which none of us should be out in the streets, okay? Because all we getting out of them $10 sundresses, I'm talking about if you're single, them $10 sundresses is going to be the death of us all. You understand? Because when you lift them up, ain't nothing up under there but trouble, okay? Trouble like the game where you pop the bubble. It's just trouble under there. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you look at them STD numbers, they are astronomical, okay? You saw the video I did about the Mocha Fest. It's just crowds and seas of people out there. They just out there licking random nuts, booty, and eating random box. People just out there wilding. Just Freaknik times 10, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all know they got them old Freaknik tapes. Y'all old cougars are scared them tapes about to come out. Y'all trying to be all professional now. Them tapes gonna show something much, but y'all lucky some of them VHS tapes don't play like they used to. But I'm just saying, all of this random sexual activity is not good for none of us, okay? Because like I say, first, it's a lot going on out here that you don't want to latch onto. You. They just said it's a HIV epidemic in the teens. The teenagers that you think are not getting busy yet because you're going to work and you got your cameras and you think you got everything under control. They getting freakier than the $4 bill somewhere, okay? You got cameras at the crib, but you ain't got them in somebody's car that they catch a ride home from school. So, and they getting it and they ain't telling people and, so it's problems out here. So what do you expect for older people that are, you know what I'm saying, 20s, 30s, 40s? It ain't nothing good out here, man. I'm telling you. Go home. Go home. Be very particular, very careful how you're looking and what you're getting into. But trust me, man, in this day and age, it ain't nothing wrong with going to sit down somewhere, right? Find you something hot, you know what I'm saying? Not hot. Don't find you something hot, but you know what I mean. Find you something that you can love on. something that God told you to go get. Listen, pray, get connected to the Lord, and find you something. Be guided to find you something that is for you. And be sure that she is for you. Because when you're dealing with stuff like this, we ain't even talked about how my man, what kind of divorce he had. I don't know, if he went through, but divorces are terrible. And he was probably at fault in that divorce, being to the baby coming out. But, it's a lot connected with this, man. And we don't want to continue this trend of broken homes, because when we have broken families, we creating broken families as fathers and as mothers that's keeping fathers out of mothers' lives, or being overly difficult like Brittany Renner. You be so difficult to the father and so vindictive and so nasty that you make a father just be like, man, whatever, I'll catch him when he's 18. But it just creates a bunch of more broken homes and a bunch of more trauma, man. And a bunch of missed time that you can't get back. That's one of the most precious things. You cannot get that time back. Them 21 years that she missed hanging with her father, or however long she missed. Maybe she missed 10 years or 15 years before she started kicking it with him. I don't know. But I guarantee you those were precious years that she wished she had back with her father and her brother. You know what I'm saying? But you can't get that back. But we can learn and create new practices so that when she has her kids, if she hasn't had kids already, she will make a better example for them. You know what I'm saying? We can start turning some of these things around if we operate how we're supposed to operate through God. You know what I'm saying? So this is your boy P. Camp. Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.